Hey guys, this is Alec Chess1, and today I'm just going to be doing a couple walkthrough solves on the Yao method and how I would solve it on the 4x4. So just some general information. This is a Shangxiao 4x4 version 3 modded with the Constant Florian mod. If you want to do this mod, you should check out Cubix's channel. He has a great tutorial, and I'll put a link to the video in the description. So yeah, let's get started. So the cross color I use is white. So if you don't use white, you can just apply it to whichever color you do use. And if you're not already familiar with the Yao method, then you should probably learn it first, or at least get a general idea of what it is, because this will just be something you can follow along if you know it, rather than trying to learn it right now. So the first thing I would look for is just the white and yellows, if there were any bars or anything. So there's no bars, but I do see these diagonal whites like that, and this white here. So yeah, it's nothing very good, but I also see that all these yellows right here are in a line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this like that and like that. So this I move down and this I move down. So now when I do an R2, oops, like that. So now when I do an R2, this bar is made and this bar is made right here. So now I'll just solve the center like that. So now I see these two, this one on the side right like that, and this one here. So I'd pair that up, put it in like that, and I would pair the last two up like that and place it in like so. So now what I would do is I would turn it so that the centers I've made are either on my left or my right, kind of like reduction when you're making the centers, but instead of making the centers, I'm going to pair up my three edges. So now at this point, this is probably where most people need to make their improvements, because if they have their cross color on the bottom, oftentimes you get messed up with where you put your edges, and like it's very hard to look ahead to like these things on the back. Like I didn't even see that, but I saw it when I was like here, right? So yeah, it's best to just keep it like that, and it gives you a great look ahead into your centers, and there's no pause where you have to turn and then re-evaluate where everything is before. So now what I'm going to do is I see this white red down here, so I'm just going to place it in, and that's going to be like kind of like my reference to see where all the other colors go. So now I see this white blue and this white blue, so I'm going to place that like that, pair it up and place it in. Now I see that this white green, so I'm going to place it like that, pair it up, and then put it in relation to all the other edges I've already put in. So the first thing I see is this white and red right here, and I'm going to preserve that. So since I have my empty block right here, I'm going to do a U so that it's preserved like that, and then I'm going to do an R prime because I see this red right here. Let's just move the camera up a little. Okay, I see this red, and I'm going to pair it up with this red over here like that, and I'm going to do U, and I'll finish the center. So basically all I'm doing is I'm making centers normally, but every time I need to make a U move, I would move the piece with the triple R move so that it's beside the empty slot. So now that the red is done, I'm going to do a triple R, and I'm going to finish the green up here on the top layer. So I see that there's one green dot and there's this green here, so I'm going to solve that like that. And I guess I'll just have to do this one by one. So I'm going to take this green one, and I'm going to place it on top like that, so I get this 3, and I'll place the last green on, so it's there. Now I'm going to do a triple R again, and I'll finish the orange on top. So I already have 3, so then I'll just do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to I see this white orange right here, so I'm going to place it like that, turn, and solve it. So now, as I'm doing my F2 here, I see that this is going to be the yellow-green, which is what I'll need for my edge pairing method, which is the method that Xiuhei and a lot of other people use, which is the 3-2-2-2-3 method, but it's somewhat modified because I've already solved 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a U, and I already saw that the edge that I need is here, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this like that, and then when I flipped it I saw that this was red and green, so I want the red and green to be here, and I already see it here. And while I'm putting this in, I see that this is yellow-orange, so I'm going to put, and I see this yellow-orange, so I know that as soon as I'm done here, I can just turn it one more time and put this in there, like that. And now when I'm slicing back, I see the red-yellow, and I know the red-yellow is back there, because I saw it here, because I was already looking for it, right? So when I slice back, I put the red-yellow in here, and when I slice like that, I'm looking for the orange-blue, which is here, because when I sliced it, I saw that this was the orange-blue. So then when I'm placing it in, I'm already looking for the next piece, so the orange-green and the orange-green like that. And I'm going to place it, and then yellow-blue. And I know this is the last pair because the red-blue is going to match up back there. So before I slice back, I'm going to be looking for my first F2L pair. So I see this yellow-orange, this orange-blue and this white-orange-blue corner. So I'm going to solve that, put this in, and the rest is pretty standard. OLL parity is the Lucas parity, COLL, and PLL parity. Alright, so that was the first solve. I'll do one more, and then I'll do a normal speed solve where you can see how I apply all of my techniques. Alright, so again, I don't see any 2x1 bars, but what I do see is these two can be paired up while keeping these two right here in the same relation. So if I do an F prime and then I do an R, then I know that this will still be a 2x1 bar, and this will become a 2x1 bar. And I'll just do a U prime R2, and then it'll be center. Now I'll just do this like that. So when I do an R, this is going to become in a position where I can pair these two up, like that. And when I do a U, I know that these two will be paired up too. So I'll just place these on, like that. And I'll turn it. And the first thing I see is this white-red and this white-red. So I'm going to place it. And when I was doing that, I saw this white-green and this white-green. So I'll place that accordingly. And white-blue, white-blue. Place that. So now when I look back like that, I saw these green and blues here, right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this blue by doing that. So making the 2x1 bar, because I know this is where my empty slot is, and placing it. Now the red was conveniently made, and I see that this is there, but it's horizontal. So instead of putting one in and putting the other one in, I'm going to do triple R, so then I can move the U layer freely, and I'll put it back on the right layer, so then it's easily able to be done like that. Now I'm going to finish the last one, which is very simple because it's a 3, and this is on the R face, so I'm going to finish it like that. Now when I did the last move, I saw that this was white and this one up here is white, so I'm going to solve that. R2, I see this yellow blue and this one up here. So while I'm putting this one in, I'm looking for the red blue and I see it up here. And while I'm putting this one in, I don't even have to think about it because it's an easy 3-move insertion. And I see this yellow-orange. So instead of doing that and turning, I'm going to do overshoot and R prime U prime R. So then when I slice back, I'm going to be done my 3. But I didn't get a look at which one this one was, but I'm pretty sure it would be an orange-blue or an orange-green. So as you can see, it's an orange-blue, which I see here. So I'm going to place this one in, and I'm going to slice and do my 2 pairing. So I look ahead, and I saw that the orange-green was there. So now I have parity, so I'm just going to do that slice flipping algorithm, which if you don't know is RU, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, slice back. And I saw these two as my first F2L pair, so I'll do that, and from there I can just do standard look ahead. I know I'm going to have OLL parity, unfortunately, so and PLL parity. I know I'm going to have the T-perm after this, because I've done it so many times. So, yeah. Now I'm just going to do one last solve, where I'm going to try to solve it as fast as possible, as I can. And you can just see how the look ahead and me turning the cube with my just to put the centers on the left and right will affect it. And yeah, so this one's a lot easier because I actually have two 1x2 bars. So yeah, I won't be timing it, it'll just be done. Done. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something out of it, and comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll be out with a lot more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.